It's officially 2025 and this video took me 4 years to make. I know it's probably my first time meeting so many of you on here, so I just want to start with a quick introduction. My name is Kirsten and I am a docu-editorial wedding photographer based in central Pennsylvania and photographing love all over the East Coast. I have had the intention of starting my YouTube channel in earnest for the last 4 years now. My path into entrepreneurship has ebbed and flowed a lot over the years. I've learned so many amazing lessons along the way, and I want this channel to be a place to talk about those lessons, give you behind the scenes access to the KHP Wedding Experience, and talk about running a business and life in between. For some background, I have been doing photography for a very long time, pretty much as long as I can remember, and I was actually that little kid that would steal my dad's camera and set up these wild shoots with my best friend and have her model for me and just capture life and art and everything in between. In college, I kind of did photography on the back burner. I shot my first elopement in 2016, but by 2020, I actually decided that I was ready to do something with my business and go full time, and I've actually been working for myself ever since. As an entrepreneur, I believe you have to be willing to take risks and take a lot of blind leaps, and sometimes I think it's so much easier said than done because it's just you running your business, doing your thing, and trying to live a successful life and build your career along the way. There are a lot of different things that we can do to kind of help us along the way, and I'm going to share with you some of those tactics that I've learned that have really helped me continue building and growing over the years. If you're anything like me, it might take you a long time to make decisions or even just trust your gut instinct and actually act on it. I'm here to tell you that you don't need permission from anyone or anything to start. You just have to do it, and the rest will follow. I actually want to repeat that because it's as important for me to hear as it is for you. You don't need permission from anyone. You just need to start. Clearly, this is a topic I'm very passionate about, and I feel like there's always room to grow and evolve and change here. I want to share with you some of the things that I've learned along the way in just a few quick steps. The reason these steps are so important is because when I first decided to actually go full time with my business, I had very big aspirations, but I didn't necessarily know how to get from point A to point B. And so by implementing steps like these, I find it's much more easy to quantify what you need to do to kind of keep succeeding, because sometimes it just feels like you're out here throwing information into the void, and we want to kind of keep showing up for ourselves and keep doing the things that we know are going to build us success along the way. If you have an idea that you're passionate about, if you have something you are excited about and really want to start, think about that, let's hone in on it, and let's jump into where it gets good. First off, I want you to write down what it is you actually want to achieve, and then how you know you're going to achieve it. But for me, I need this to be tangible, and I need this to be a part of my everyday life. I have used things like vision boards or journaling or like a goal list for the year to really kind of focus in and help me like see this and visualize it and make it a part of my daily practices, because those reminders are so important, and it helps you refocus and reprioritize when it gets difficult. A pro tip on actually setting your goals is you have to make a deadline. You have to have a time that you want to have this completed by, because without that deadline, you're not going to feel the pressure. And also, if you're anything like me, sometimes I need a little bit of pressure to actually perform whatever it is I'm trying to achieve. Second, give yourself the structures that you need to achieve it. Maybe you want to get in great shape this year. Maybe you want to start eating healthier. Whatever it is, give yourself the tools that you need to be successful. Now, maybe that is setting a day to meal prep. Maybe that is setting a certain time daily or weekly or monthly, whatever your goal is, to work on it, and that is your dedicated focus time. Whatever it is, set some boundaries around it and get serious about it, because this is where the magic happens. When I am working on something and I know I really want to focus in, the first thing I do, my phone goes into do not disturb mode, it goes in another room, and then I just like hone in on what I'm trying to do. And also, you can make this enjoyable. You can have a cup of tea or a cup of coffee, whatever your vibe is, light a candle. Make it something that you're looking forward to, because if you're looking forward to it, you'll be so much more likely to actually step in and do it. Third, this is probably the hardest step and definitely the one I think I have to fight myself with the most. It's actually showing up and doing the work day in and day out. Now, I know that there are days where it's really hard, you're having a hard week at work, maybe you're having something going on in your personal life, whatever it is, there are going to be days where you don't feel like showing up. It's really important to keep showing up regardless. This isn't to say push through the pain no matter what. Like, obviously, take a break when you know you need it. But at the same time, when you come back to those things, it just shows your perseverance and your dedication to actually achieving what it is you want to achieve. And there are some days where you are not going to be able to do that much. You're not going to be able to chip away that many tasks, and that's okay. The thing is, you showed up, you still tried, you put in the work, and that is something you can be proud of. I just want to say that you have to give yourself a lot of grace, because you are really the only person that sees where it is you want to be going and who is there doing the work every day and just showing up continually. Give yourself a little bit of grace. Know what feels good for you and find the balance in between. Some things that help me with this particular step is to actually have some boundaries on like how long I'll work on something, kind of back to that deadline topic we were talking about, and also talking about it with the people that are important and supportive in my life. If I have people that I can share that with and they can help me talk about and visualize and even just like ask how my goals are going, that is so helpful and so supportive. But at the same time, you have to cheer yourself on, because for a lot of us, we really are the only ones who are going to be there every single step of the way. So I would just encourage you to also be your own biggest cheerleader, because you deserve to support yourself as well. This is actually a little bit optional, but I find it extremely helpful when I am working towards something, and that's actually just being a little bit delusional. And yes, you heard me right, I said being delusional. So what I mean by this is you have to start visualizing your life in a way where you have already achieved what it is you want to achieve, and you're already doing and acting out the life that you want to be living. And I think a lot of times this helps because it can help us build habits that are going to encourage us and make us feel like we've already succeeded in the work that we're doing. So be delusional, get that dream life, and be proud of yourself along the way, because this is a lot of work, but hey, it's the new year and we are going for it. Number 5, put on your blinders. Everyone is always going to have an opinion on the things that you're doing and the things that you're saying. That's okay. But also, you don't need their permission and you don't need to listen to what they have to say. Now, I'm actually a huge bookworm. I'm always reading and just trying to learn and educate myself. And a book that really helped me on this particular topic is actually the Let Them Theory by Mel Robbins. If you are having a hard time not listening to what people are saying, I would highly recommend it, because if you can stop caring what other people think, you are going to do so much for yourself, and you are going to show up for yourself in a way that is more real and more tangible and more beautiful than ever before. I know that this isn't anything new or groundbreaking, but I also believe that this is where so much of the magic happens. If you have that dream, it doesn't need to take you 4 years like it did for me to start this YouTube channel. It doesn't need to take you 4 years to write that novel or go back to school or even pursue that business that you've always been dreaming about. I'm here to tell you that you can do this, and you just have to start showing up, start doing the work, and that is where the good stuff will come. If no one's told you this today, I am rooting for you, and I would absolutely love to see you back here for round 2 of the YouTube channel. This is the starting part for me too, and that's okay. It's gonna come with some growing pains, but we are going to work our way through it and keep showing up for ourselves, because that's the kind of people that we are. So cheers to that, and I will see you here next time. Thanks for joining me today.